All right, we've done a couple examples here, so I'm going to do a few more. I'm not going to go quite as slow and detailed as I did before. I'm just going to blaze through these super fast. So, hold on to your hats, boys and girls. Here we go. All right, let's see here. All right, here we have measure of UVH. UVH is 44 plus 2x, and HVW, HVW, that's x plus 120. I do recommend that you just write them on the paper. If you're not given the paper, draw a diagram, whatever. Do it. All right, makes things so much easier. And UVW, that's the big angle 164. So we have x plus 120 plus 44 plus 2x equals 164. I'm going to do some combining of like terms. I have a total of 3x plus 164 equals 164. That's interesting. I'm going to subtract 164 from each side. 3x equals 0. Divide by 3 on both sides. And x equals 0. So we're trying to find the measure of angle HVW. Measure of HVW. HVW is 120 plus x, which is 120 plus 0, which is 120. I want to circle my final answer there. All right. Next up, we've got okay, we're trying to find, it's not a little bit, we're trying to find, let's see, find JST. And we know that JST is 14x plus 6. JST, 14x plus 6. And we know that RSJ is 36. And we know that the big angle, RST, is negative 6 plus 22x. So this one is a little bit different. All right, so we're going to say the two small angles, that's 14x plus 6 plus the other small angle, 36, equals negative 6 plus 22x. Now let's see, over here we'll do a little combining like terms. Now the 14x there's nothing to combine with, so it's just going to stay as 14x. But we do have a 6 and a 36, and those will combine to make 42. Negative 6, plus 22x. Now, here I've got an equation with variables on both sides. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take away 14x from each side. So I take away the 14x from here, I have nothing left. Over here I take away the 14x, and I have 8x remaining. And I got this negative 6, which wasn't affected at all. Now I'm going to add 6 to both sides in order to get rid of this negative 6. And I'm going to have 48 equals 8x. So this was a plus up here, by the way. Now I'm going to divide by 8 on both sides in order to get this x by itself. So we've got 6, that's 48 divided by 8 is 6, equals x. All right. Now, we were supposed to find JST, and JST was 14x plus 6. So let's see. Measure of JST is 14x plus 6, which is 14 times 6 plus 6. Now, just as a point, something you could punch this right in the calculator, or you can notice that like I've got 14 times 6, there's like 14 sixes, and then I have another 6, which is a 15th 6. So 15 times 6 altogether, well, 10 sixes make 60, and 5 more sixes makes 30, so altogether, it's 90 degrees. Okay? And by the way, notice that does look a little bit like a 90-degree angle, so, but you shouldn't always trust the diagram. Okay? So that's our final answer right there. Okay, let's do a couple more. down here, we're trying to find the measure of JUV. So that's JUV. That's this little angle right here. All right. Now we know that TUJ is x plus 57. And we know that JUV is x plus 71. And the big angle TUV is 110 degrees. So we have x plus 57 plus x plus 71 equals 110. Okay. So first thing we need to do is some combining of like terms. So I got two x's. And I have 57 and 71. That makes 50 and 70 is 120. And 7 and 1 is 8. So plus 128 equals 110. I'm going to subtract 128 from each side. That's going to leave us with 2x. The subtracting 128 takes the 120 away from this, and it's gone. And over here, 110 minus 128. Well, the difference between 110 and 128 is 18. And since we're subtracting, the larger from the smaller is going to be negative. Divide by 2 on both sides, and we'll end up with x equals -9. Now, we were supposed to find JUV, which is x plus 71. So I'll say measure of angle JUV equals x plus 71, which is -9 plus 71, which is 62. There. Oh, wait, not x. Why did I write x? All right. Measure of angle JUV. All right. One more. Let's do another one. Hold on a second. Okay. So here we have measure of angle FBA. FBA is -3 plus 13x. The measure of angle CBA, that's the big angle, is 175. Circle that, just remember it for later. And then the measure of angle CBF is 2 plus 3x. So we got 2 plus 3x. Okay, so we're going to add these together. 2 plus 3x plus -3 plus 13x equals a total of 175. So let's see, we'll do some combining of like terms here. Hey, look. Oh, people outside walking the baby by. I've got 3x and I got 13x. That's a total of 16x, and I have -3 and a +2. And you combine those together, I have like 3 negatives, 2 positives. They go to war. Well, we kill each other off, and we've got a -1 left over. Okay, over here we have 175. Now, gotta get rid of this -1. So our ultimate goal in any equation is to get the variable, I guess, by itself. It's a single variable equation, of course. And of course, the first step is to get the term that has the variable all by itself. So we've got to get rid of any other terms, and that in this case would be this -1. So we're going to get rid of it by adding 1 to both sides. So we got 16x, 175 becomes 176. Now, we're going to divide by 16 on both sides. Of course, 16x divided by 16 is just x. Now notice here, here's a little trick for you. Notice that 176, 1 and 6 add together to make 7. There's a little trick. Anytime you're multiplying a number by 11, you just take the digits of the number, the 2-digit number by 11. You just take the 2 digits of the number, you add them together, and you put that sum in the middle. So long as that sum is just a single digit. So for example, you couldn't do like, I don't know, 83 times 11 would not be 8, 11, 3, but say 81 times 11 would be 8, 1, and then 8 plus 1 is 9, middle. little trick for you. And I notice here that 1 and 6 make 7, so this is clearly 16 times 11, so I divide by 16, I'll end up with 11. Okay, so I was supposed to find CBF. That's CBF, that's 2 plus 3x. So measure of CBF equals 2 plus 3x, which equals 2 plus 3 times 11, which equals 2 plus 33, which equals 35. Okay. Oh, there we go. I think that's enough examples for this video. Oh my goodness, it's almost 11 minutes long. It's insane. All right. Good luck.